We really are one in humanity. Let's talk about this. So, we were all born, and life is made up of relationships. We were all born into a family, may have consisted of siblings. We all have our grandparents, or, a lot of us do, aunts, uncles, cousins, and we all have each other. We are all interconnected. This saying, love thy neighbor. And so, this separation, the paradigm of separation, the left brain paradigm, which is masculine, which is based off of a lot of it has to do with the scientific revolution, a lot of it has to do with the Enlightenment, Newton's laws, all of these types of things exist to separate us from one another. We can look at the time-space three-dimensional reality and see that we are separate from one another. But then we look at a more five-dimensional spiritual and feminine reality, and we can see that we are more connected to one another than possibly we were conditioned into being disconnected when we were growing up. Who knows? You were sort of, well, I don't want to assume anything, but a lot of us were sort of taken down the roads of belief, which cut them off from their intuition, imagination, and also you can add manifestation, the law of attraction, that your vibration and your thoughts, feelings attract certain things to you because of the law of mirroring, about if you are this vibration, love, peace, joy, abundance, etc., then you will attract the like. There's also setting intention, where you hold an intention and the thing is not to have any expectation, to release expectation, to release this to be a certain way, to release the need for this to be in a certain form, come at a certain time, in a certain place, at a certain quality, but to just allow spirit, the divine, the universe, to do its magic. You hold the intention and then you let it go. Now, when it comes to the work of Lynne McTaggart, she has evidence to prove that setting intentions changes lives and heals other people. And, we can really, because a huge part of our lives is centered around the question, how can we be of service to our fellow, man or woman? What can we do to make a difference? And so, we're moving into a brand new age. We're in a transition out of Pisces, which was an age centered around oneness, but it was also religion. It was also a time when being yourself and having your own, personal set of beliefs in religion and being completely yourself was, it was difficult, or it was more difficult, and it was really frowned upon. Now we're moving into the Aquarian age of freedom, where everyone is finding a way to be more of themselves and sort of have their own contribution to the mix. and embrace their quirks, have a life based off of their own ideals and principles. Um, so that's a huge part of the Aquarian age, is looking at other people and seeing the unity and diversity, of accepting people as they are, embracing their qualities and what they have to give without the judgment, without, oh, I'm judging this person, they're that, they're this political party, they're this ethnicity, they're this race, where there's no pedestal where some races or, citizens, nations, ethnicities are above others. Or maybe we don't put others down. Everyone is, allowed to be themselves, and if we can approach other people with, humanity, open-mindedness, love, compassion, acceptance for, um, you know, them to be exactly who they are, without trying to mold them into a person who you'd like to, who you'd like them to become. This is the Aquarian age, where it's about humanity, but it's also about the individuals who make it up. You could have a forest with, the huge forest landscape, but certain trees make up that forest. And opposite Aquarius is Leo, which is about shining, being who you are, not being afraid to express yourself, being in the spotlight, to have your own unique gift, and really, not hold back, but to embrace and celebrate yourself, falling in love with yourself, um, and putting yourself out there, being unapologetically yourself, not getting caught up in ego, but because that's sort of the downside of Leo's getting caught in the ego, but on a soul level, of a truth level of, okay, this is me and I'm expressing this. And let's hold space for this. Let's not judge people for showing this. But let's welcome and invite them in this age where we are one in humanity. Pluto moving into Aquarius is really a big transit about, well, decentralization, power to the people, that, we're sovereign, we can make our own decisions, and, what's really for the good of all. That's what it comes down to. And that is what I want to say about this message of we're truly one in humanity. We each have a unique light. And can we use that to serve many? And maybe the collective, with our gifts, with our talents. Can we stand up, make a change, be brave to make a difference? And it is about humanity as a whole and the people who make it up.